Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into Grok, Tesla's newest AI chatbot that's been added to your Tesla vehicle. I'm really excited to get into a lot of the details, show you guys how I use Grok, how to access it, some of the really cool settings that you can change, and really just do a big deep dive and give you everything you'd want to know about Grok. Let's get into it. So first off, what exactly is Grok? Grok is a conversational AI model. It's kind of like ChatGPT, but it comes from one of Elon Musk's other companies called XAI. What makes Grok different from like Siri, Alexa, or even Google Assistant is its personality. It's designed to be kind of like playful and witty and sometimes a little sarcastic, depending on any of the moods that you actually choose. Think of it like not a voice assistant like an Alexa in your house, but more like having a smart passenger who isn't afraid to crack a joke in your vehicle, but still answering questions with real-time information. One of the best benefits of Grok is its ability to go deeper. It's not just a search engine. It goes deeper than that. It allows you to refine your search, ask it follow-up questions. It remembers what you asked it before. So you can come back later, ask a deeper question, and get more available information that way. There's also some really cool tips and features that I'd love to show you guys as we talk about it. So now that we've kind of explained what Grok is, I really want to explain how to access it and use it inside your Tesla. So how do you actually use Grok in your Tesla? You're going to need two things first. Your car needs to be one of the newer model Teslas with the AMD Ryzen processor. Really kind of important there. The older Intel models aren't going to get it right away. That might come down the line. And two, you're going to need the latest software update, version 2025.626 or later. That's when I just got it a couple of days ago. I've been playing with it since. It's been a lot of fun. The last thing you'll need in order to access Grok is a Wi-Fi connection or premium connectivity. Grok needs to be able to talk to the internet when you're out driving around, so you'll need that premium connectivity if you want to use Grok, or you can use it with a Wi-Fi connection or probably a hotspot. So make sure you have those things and you'll be good to go. Once that's covered, you can actually access Grok in two different ways. The first way is by tapping on the icon on the screen. I actually pulled my icon out of my app drawer. I'll show you how to do that. Just click on Grok, pull it down here. You can actually customize all of this with your apps. So I like to have it over here for my virtual assistant. And then you can actually just tap on it to access it. The other way is by holding your push button on your actual steering wheel. I'll show that in a little bit. You can still access all of the car's regular commands by just pushing the button on your steering wheel once. It still does all your navigation, all your phone calls and things like that. But if you long press the button on your steering wheel, that's when you'll activate Grok. So it's really cool. So before we start jumping in and doing all the demonstrations, I want to kind of show you some of Grok's settings, the things you can actually change. So if you open up Grok here, it's going to start listening to me, which is fine. But I want to actually go into this little settings button right here on the right. This gives you a few different Grok settings that you're able to kind of tweak a little bit. So the first one here, enable not safe for work mode. This allows you to have a few different personalities of Grok, and I'll show those in a second. You can also enter kids mode. If you just want to turn that on, you can save kids mode. That way it's only going to be doing kid-friendly content if you have kids in your car, which I do often. We'll show you a little bit of that later too, but I like to leave that off. And then you can actually disable location data. So if you don't want Grok knowing where you are, if you want to be kind of anonymous about that, you can turn that off too. I like to leave that on so that I can ask Grok about restaurants that are near me, tips for things that are going on in my town this weekend, that kind of good stuff. So I just wanted to cover those basic settings. Now that we have this kind of going here, there's a few buttons on the screen. I'll show you what those do in a second. This one mutes Grok. So now she's not listening to me anymore. She's not going to respond to anything I'm saying. So if you have a prompt going and you want to have a conversation with your passenger about what she's saying, you can mute her so she doesn't listen or interrupt the conversation. So I like that. Right next to it is all of the different personalities that you can choose. So let's take a look here. Ara is an upbeat female. Rex, calm male. Eve is a soothing female. Sal, smooth male. And then you have Gork, which is a lazy male. So some pretty cool options for different voice styles depending on what you like. So I kind of like all that. Next to it, you actually get different kinds of, I guess I'll call them like features or different kinds of ways that it'll talk to you. I like to leave mine on assistant. I find that's the most helpful from what I've seen. You can also include language tutor, therapist, if you want kind of that more how are you feeling type conversation. Storyteller is really fun. Kids story time is also really fun. Kids trivia game, meditation, Grok Doc, if you actually want to have a conversation with like an AI doctor, that's really cool. and then conspiracy. So lots of different kind of ways it's going to respond to you. You have the voice response and then a personality. That's really cool. I'll show you a lot of these as we do some of the demos. Quickly, if I go back in here and turn on not safe for work mode and close this, you get a few different more options here. So let's keep going. If I keep it on air or Aura, after Grok Dock, it included Unhinged mode, and you can kind of see it there. It says 18 plus, so this gets a little bit wacky. There's lots of crazy responses, very not safe for work, cuss words, language, calling you names. Unhinged modes is fun for adults, so check that out. Sexy time. If you want a sexy personality, I'll leave that up to you, right? You can do all kinds of things with that. Motivation. I did this one for a little while. She kind of yells at you, gets you off your butt, gets you moving. That's kind of fun too. Romantic is a fun one, 18 and plus there. Romantic, if you kind of want someone who talks to you very sweetly, is very nice. Romantic's fun. And then another fun one is argumentative. So another really kind of fun option that you can actually pick as a personality. If you want someone to argue with you, if you want a burger restaurant recommendation, they'll tell you, you're fat. You shouldn't have that. So it's kind of funny. I like all of those. Lots of really cool options. I'd love to kind of do some demonstration and show you guys what these actually sound like. And then we'll go through some use case examples and some tips of ways that I think you could really benefit from using Grok. So I move the camera back just a little bit so I can show you the different ways you can actually access Grok. I'll do an example where I hold the button on the steering wheel, another example where I push the button here, and a few more in between there too. So let's say I'm driving down the road and I'm hungry and I want to ask Grok, what's the best burger place near me? Very simple. I'm going to push the button. Hey, Grok, what's the best burger place near me?
I don't have specific info on burger spots in your area, but I can suggest some popular ones based on what's trending. Honest Tom's Burgers is a local favorite, known for juicy patties and fresh ingredients. If you're looking for something unique, Runza's known for its Runza sandwich, but their burgers are solid too, with a Midwest twist. Want me to dig deeper for something specific or closer? Just let me know what you're craving.
It was interesting that she said she didn't know specific location and then proceeded to give me some. So a couple different burger joints that she talked about near me runs as a local in the Midwest, kind of fast foodie type chain. And Honest Tom's is another place that we've gone before too. So it did give me some specifics. Interesting that it said it didn't. So I like that. I'm going to change the settings real quick and we'll try another one here. So let's see. I'm going to pick Rex and let's pick, let's try romantic and see what it says. So I'm going to close it back so it doesn't hear me as I'm talking about all that. So I want to ask it another question. Say I'm driving around and I want to know, like, hey, what was that actor in that movie? Have you ever had that conversation where you're sitting with a friend and one of you can't remember, you pull out your phone and Google it? Well, instead of pulling out your phone now, just ask Grok. Hey, Grok, who starred in Jurassic Park in 1993?
Oh man, Jurassic Park. What a classic. Sam Neill played Dr. Alan Grant. Laura Dern was Dr. Ellie Sattler. And Jeff Goldblum stole the show as Ian Malcolm. Don't forget Richard Attenborough as Hammond. Bet you're picturing those dinos now. Ever watch it and wish you could visit that park, minus the chaos?
So not so much in the romance there, but still a great example of the things that you can do. Let's try one with unhinged mode just to see what actually happens here. Hopefully it doesn't demonetize my video. We'll open this up. I'm going to turn off that while I talk to you guys. So let's pick Eve, the soothing female, and let's try unhinged mode. And to keep it fun, we're going to ask it for a pickup line for like a Tesla driver. So let's see what happens here. So I'm going to do this one by holding on the steering wheel icon. Hey, Grok, tell me a fun pickup line for someone who drives a Tesla.
Is your Tesla on autopilot? Because my heart's driving straight for you, and I'm ready to slam the accelerator into your DMs with enough electric spark to make Elon blush. Want another? Or are you going to charge up and use that one?
Definitely gets a little bit weird when you use unhinged mode. I've had lots of crazy examples. You can ask it to tell you jokes and she'll tell some very NSFW jokes, things like that. So that's pretty fun. One thing I absolutely love doing is having Grok with my kid in the back seat. Grok will actually explain things. You can do kids trivia or kids story time. So let's try that out. We'll pick a different guy. Let's pick Sal and let's do And you don't have to pick kids story time. You could do this with Assistant, and we'll actually just do that. So we'll close this. I'm going to activate Grok over here again. I want to hear a story for my child, a 1-minute story, talk about a fantasy squirrel who lives in the woods.
All right, here's a 1-minute story from the perspective of your kid about a fantasy squirrel in the woods. Hi, I'm going to tell you about Fluffle, this super cool squirrel who lives in Webbering Woods. Fluffle's not a regular squirrel. His tail glows like a rainbow when he's happy. He lives.
You get the idea. We won't have to listen to the whole story about Fluffles, but that's really fun. It keeps my kid really entertained on the ride. Obviously, you can ask it any type of question that you would type into a search engine, and it'll give you an answer. But Grok will take it one step deeper, have a conversation with you about it. If you want to know more about it, you can ask follow-up questions. Just a really cool way to get either local information, real-time searches, just things like that you can actually use that go beyond the level of a search engine. It's really cool. Of course, you can also use Grok for practical stuff too, like checking the weather, traffic, or even asking it to explain random facts when you're on a road trip. I think that's part of the fun of it, is just like whatever you can come up with in your mind. If you want the answer to a question as you're having a conversation with your passenger, if you want to know what's good to eat around you, if there's better detours, or what's the traffic like somewhere, or how long it's going to take you to get from point A to point B, and you don't actually want the navigation to pull up, you can ask Grok to do those kinds of things. So the internet is at your fingertips, and that's kind of a scary kind of feature, but I think it's really cool. It's a really neat way to innovate. I love having a virtual assistant in my car that talks to me. I think the possibilities are really what your imagination can bring up. So it's a cool feature. I'm glad they added it. I can't wait to see its future iterations and what's next. Now, what we went over today is really kind of just the beginning of Grok. There's really no telling what can come next with some of these like language AI models. We're really just scratching the surface of their ability here. This includes Grok, ChatGPT, some of those other ones that are out there too. If you haven't used it, I highly encourage you to give it a try. Grok isn't smart enough yet to control your car's features either. So you can still do a short press or just a press on your steering wheel button to have all those same voice commands that you're used to doing in your Tesla, making phone calls for you, navigating places, all that stuff that your Tesla used to do. It still does all of it. To get to Grok, remember, just push the button for a second or two, a long press. That pulls up Grok for that like learning language model. So that's really cool. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you. Grok in a nutshell, I think, is a really cool addition to Teslas. It's a fun, at your fingertips, internet search, chat bot, have a conversation bot, all kinds of good stuff. I think it's really cool. I'm curious to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know. I love engaging with you guys down there. It's really fun. And I appreciate all of you coming back to the channel and just checking out another video about Grok. If you've seen a bunch of them, hopefully this is a positive one. I think it's a really cool addition. But again, let me know what you guys think down below. I'll leave a link down below to my Amazon storefront, as I always do, in case you're interested in any Tesla accessories over there. You'll see that down below. But I really just appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. Always feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment. Definitely like engaging with you guys down there. Let me know what kind of questions you have about Grok, or how have you used it before. Really like to hear what you guys have to say. We'll catch you in the next video. Have an awesome day.